What's up, y'all? Happy Friday. Welcome to another hot topic on He Say, She Say with your girl, CoCo J.
And your boy, the Hood Howard Stern, Q Lewis, holding it down from the D to the other D in the Rocky Mountains. And for a moment there, I thought that CoCo J wasn't here. I didn't know what was going on.
Hey, I don't know what was going on. My fault.
It's all good, though. So, obviously, it's another happy Friday. So, again, I want to welcome everybody back. Of course, it is Social Media Friday, so if you got social media, make sure you hit us up on Instagram and Twitter. All right, so hit up, hey, excuse me. Hey, it's CoCo J and Hood Howard Stern. That's going to be on Twitter and Instagram. All right, so both of those. Hey, it's CoCo J and Hood Howard Stern. Also, real quick, I just want to give a shout-out to our partners over at www.NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. All right, you can check out the replays on that network on Wednesdays at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. So it's Friday, man. You happy? I'm happy. Everybody happy. Some people got paid. Some people didn't. But it's all good, man. So what's popping with you on this Friday, though?
What's popping with me on this Friday?
Yeah.
Well, for one, it's a beautiful day in Michigan, in Detroit.
Beautiful day in the neighborhood. Okay.
Oh, most definitely. It's just a good Friday, Today is my dad's birthday. May he continue to rest in peace. So shout out to my dad and my sisters and my brother and my stepmom friend.
Okay.
And, the Cooper family, my grandma, Mrs. Cooper. But
sure.
yeah. So let's see.
I know. Sorry, I didn't want to start off on a somber note. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, though, man. Shout out to my guy, man.
It's all good. It's all good.
Okay.
I know he resting in heaven, so I'm okay with it.
All right, cool,
I'm good
cool.
with it, yeah.
All right.
But other than that, today been kind of chilled. As far as for today, yeah.
Yeah. So what's been going on all week though? Yeah, 7 days since the last time. I know you did a whole bunch of shit that you're probably not even gonna mention one thing, but we go try to pry into your business. So what's been going on for 7 days?
The usual, I'm not gonna get off into it like that, but I've been doing just steady trying to doing what I need to be doing, trying to get my nonprofit up and going.
Okay.
Volunteering at the Children's Center, and also, me being a community partner with the Better Detroit Youth Movement. So just kind of, doing those things and just keeping it moving, trying to accomplish some things.
I feel you.
And, communicating back and forth with my son's school. My son, Ryan, ninth grade, as
right.
I mentioned it once before. So just trying to stay abreast with what's going on with him in his school and, because I don't only just want to start him off good, I want to keep him on that path. I don't want him to fall off. So, of course, as a parent, I got to stay up on it myself. So,
right. For sure.
But yeah, other than
so
that,
basically, you gotta go to school just like he going to school, basically.
Pretty much.
Right.
Yeah, and it's all good. Hey, I ain't gonna say I'm ready for it, because I ain't ready for it, but I'm ready for it. And when I say I ain't ready for it, because I'm thinking of the homework. Like, oh God, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
They really haven't received any homework, that much homework anyway as of yet, because it's just like the second week of school now.
Right.
But I know it's coming. We even have a it's called a Chromebook meeting on the 26th, so where they're giving out a Chromebook to the students.
Right.
But the parent, before they're able to distribute them to attend a training class on it.
Okay.
So I'm very curious on what this training class is about to be about.
So it's probably just to tell you how to navigate through the system, because usually when they give you equipment from the school, like it's certain things you can go to, like.
Hello? Lynn.
Guide you through that stuff, but yeah, I think that the technology that they put in schools now it makes it it don't make it easier to be a parent, but it makes it easier to keep up with what's going on.
Exactly.
It's not gonna make help with the homework no easier, but at least you know what's due. You know what I'm saying?
Witness the Black Tie Experience. Black Tie Photography, servicing all of Metro Atlanta area. My name is Cedric Pitts, your photographer. Check out our website at www.blacktiepictures.com or like our Facebook page, facebook.com/blacktiepictures. Let me capture your professionalism in class, and you will have the ultimate black tie experience.
Yo, 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 it's your boy, the Hood Howard Stern, Q Lewis, producer of the Live Cloud radio show on the planet, straight from the E Block Radio. Here to let you know that you can represent the radio show and your side of town with our very own t-shirt line, Pardon My East Side. You can get yours.
Hello, Hood Howard Stern. What's up with Pardon My West Side?
Oh, slow down, Miss CoCo J. Of course, we got the West Side covered too, so you can get Pardon My East Side or Pardon My West Side t-shirts. Only thing you got to do is go to the website, www.eblockradio.com, and get yours today. $20 for the fellas, $15 for the ladies. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram as well, Pardon My Eastside. What's up, y'all? We back in the building, man. It's your boy, the Hood Howard Stern, Q Lewis, and of course, CoCo J in the building, man. We were having some technical difficulties in the beginning, but it looks like we back up and running now. So, like, I don't even know when the sound cut out, though, to be honest with you. So, I guess we gotta keep it moving, though. But what else been going on other than the stuff we shared already, CoCo J?
Not much. That's it for me.
That's about it for you?
Yeah, what's been popping with you?
Not much, man. You know, the same old grind. You know, trying to make it one day at a time, kind of thing. You know, working on a new project. You know, as far as a book I've been writing or been trying to write. Something I think is going to be a pretty good project. So I'm putting a lot of work into that. Also, as I always mention, don't forget to support my latest project, Late Into the Evening. It's a letter written to my mom who passed away a few months ago from lung cancer. Make sure you check that out and support the cause, you know what I'm saying? So you can get you a copy at www.flipside-inc.com/books. All right, so you can link up there. You can actually download an electronic copy for only 99 cents. Or if you want the hardcover copy, then you can actually get that for only $4.99, so $5. You know what I'm saying? Support your mans out there. But other than that, you know, nothing really going on. Just a bunch of craziness in the news, man. So we got to touch on a few of these things. I touched on a couple of them yesterday on my show. But I think, and then you threw something out at me yesterday, kind of later on in the game, that I didn't even know about. Now, I'm trying to remember what it was. Something about a 23-year-old kid or something, like shot his old man or something. Is that what happened?
Yeah, a 23-year-old shot. He went on a shooting rampage, if you want to call it that, because I don't know what happened between him and his dad, but he shot his dad, and then he ran. He went from the house. He carjacked another dude, shot him. Police
Word.
called,
see, I didn't know all of that.
And then when the police arrived, he started shooting at the police, and one of the police officers got shot in the shoulder.
Okay. Now, the people he shot, did anybody die?
No, it didn't. Nobody die.
Okay.
Thank God.
Right.
But then his dad, they had his dad on the news telling the story of what happened and how his son has a mental issue going on, but he won't accept any help. He
right.
He keeps turning down the help they're trying to give him and stuff. And
right.
Yeah, but that happened like a few days ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because we was talking about some other stuff, you know what I'm saying, that's been going on in the news, you know, people acting crazy, killing each other. But then you shot me that text message, and that's something I hadn't even heard. But I think the underlying theme there, though, is just like you always say, is about the state of mental health for people, man. I think that it's something, and no matter how much you talk about it, even though it sounds or maybe seems like we talk about it a lot, it's still under the radar. You know what I'm saying? So it's still something that's a problem.
Yeah,
so definitely, yeah, right. And the crazy thing is that some of at least in his case, at least it sounds like. I mean, I guess this don't really count for nothing because he's not accepting no assistance. But at least they know something's wrong. And in most cases, people don't even know that there's something wrong.
Yeah, especially that individual.
Right.
They half the time they be in denial of it, and their family,
right.
The family is the ones that become more aware of it than an actual individual that does have that mental illness. And
right.
Unfortunately, they be in denial, either in denial about it, or they don't want to receive any help because they feel some type of way. Because for one,
right.
they're in denial about it, and they just might be embarrassed about it. Or you never know. So and at 23 years old, this young man is 23. So it's not like they can make him go and get help. So that's kind of when it gets to that, when it comes to those kind of situations, that's hard to to just see your loved one knowing that he or she have a mental has some mental illness going on and they will not receive help. So I can't even imagine how stressful that could be on the family.
Yeah, it gotta be, man. It's gotta be. And the crazy thing about it though is that, like, what's gonna happen from here? I mean, because obviously he shot 3 people, right? So his old man, somebody else, and then the police, right? So he shot 3 people. One of them being a cop. You know what I'm saying? They didn't die, but still, you gotta wonder what's gonna happen next. Because at this point, even though apparently he does have some kind of mental issue, what's gonna be the next step though?
Hopefully, since the day I put it out there. That he does have a mental illness. Hopefully, because he he is incarcerated now, so hopefully they can assist him with that mental illness.
Right.
Hopefully, that's unfortunately that had to happen for him to receive help.
Yeah.
Because right now at this point in time now he don't have a choice but to receive the help. So that might just not saying that's the best for him that he's in jail, but be the best for him that he's going to hopefully start receiving help for his mental illness and be on some kind of medication or whatever the case may be. He still needs to get that help.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, most definitely, man. That's just crazy. Because it was already just some craziness when I'm not laughing, but it's already some craziness when we was talking about. You said that was in Oak Park, right, where the dude shot his wife and then the wife's sister.
Was when a 6-year-old man shot his wife and the wife's sister. They all 3 of them stayed together.
Yeah.
This happened the day before yesterday. So yeah, I don't know about his mental state or whatever, but it's just it's like these old cats is now just like, and I know age violence or any kind of violence or crime you do don't have an age, but come on now, we already have enough issues with the young cats out here doing stupid shit. So now we got 61-year-olds and what was the other one that abducted the
he was 49 and she was 54, and this is
that's right.
So he carjacked her, and I believe this is on the west side. I think he said Schoolcraft or something.
Schoolcraft and Hartwell.
So he carjacked her and then abduct her basically and sexually assault her for days, right?
For 3 days.
Right.
And she jumped out the window until she got away and jumped out the window.
49 years old though. You have to. At 49 years old, first of all, at 49 years old, he carjacking somebody. First of all, it ain't no age on carjacking, but that's ridiculous though. Like a 50-year-old man on carjacking somebody, and then on the other end, you got the 61-year-old man who shot his wife and then shot her sister. I ain't trying to be funny because God bless the dead, man. But I'm just saying it is unfathomable
Stop spitting everywhere.
No, I'm gonna say it like that. Unfathomable.
It sounds like you're everywhere.
That you can be 61 years old and want to kill your, like, dude, if you're 61 and want to kill your wife, man. If your wife is around that age, I mean, it's not a whole lot of years left anyway, man. Just go ahead and leave or something. Like, why you got to kill the wife and the sister? Like, what the hell possibly could she have done to make him want to kill her and her sister?
Right, and now
at 61 years old,
he's gonna die in jail.
He's gonna die in jail, right? But you know what? Maybe because at 61, possibly he's a Vietnam vet. You know what I'm saying? And possibly he got some kind of postpartum. Possibly he got some mental issues.
Hey,
you know, at that age, it's possible he could have been in Vietnam. Yeah.
We don't know that whole story. I don't know,
right.
but it's still all real sad that, you know,
it is. Yeah.
People gotta lose their lives and go through what they're going through because of what people decide to do. Their actions and stuff. So yeah, that's real sad.
Yeah, most definitely. Now we'll get off the sad shit though, man, because it's just some crazy stuff. But we gotta always mention at least what's going on in the news. I mean, and it's a sad thing, and it's an opportunity to be proactive, I suppose, because at some point, you know, something has to be done. It can't just be done on the back end. Like, you can't give people mental assistance after they kill somebody. You know, like somebody that should need to get done beforehand. Like, you need to stop it before it happens.
Yeah, but they have to reach out themselves, or or their family.
Yeah, I guess that's the bad thing, because you can't force them to do it. So
especially when they're over the 21, you can't make them, or when they're 18, you can't make them.
Right.
So that's kind of hard to do, but at least leave that door of communication open to where they feel safe to tell you. Like they may even come and tell you, like, I don't think something right with you or something like that. You know.
Right. We know in the black community that's frowned upon anyway. It can't ever be nothing wrong with you.
And it shouldn't be, but it is. You know, it shouldn't be, but it is.
Right.
And not saying that everybody out here that's committing a crime is have a mental illness. No, some people just want to do stupid shit because they think that's what they do. That's what they do. So I'm not saying that everybody out here that's doing that have a mental illness. No, but it is some people out here that does have a mental illness that they are not aware of and need that help. All of us need help, mental illness or not. We all need help some kind of way. Well, the ones that's committing those crimes need help some type of way because they're committing a crime. So if it's mental illness or if it's something that they've been through their childhood, they still need help as well, some type of counseling or something.
Right.
I don't know. I don't have the solution to it, but I know it's out there and it has to be something has to be done.
Yeah, it's something that got to be checked, but like I said, at the end of the day, it's something that's that we got to be proactive about, and in our community, unfortunately, is not something that even when we know something is wrong, we won't speak up about it. So, and that's a whole culture that we have to change.
Right.
I guess because the scary thing is that when you admit that you have some kind of mental issue or something, a couple things happen. Especially in the black community. Obviously, that's where I'm talking from. But a couple things happen. The first thing is we're already under the assumption that nobody's really crazy. It's just a plot for pharmaceutical companies to make money off of you. Like, everybody has heard this in their household where somebody say, "Oh, you ain't nothing wrong with you. They just trying to put you on the script." You know what I'm saying? And I think somehow we've carried that generationally, that it's just a ploy for pharmaceutical companies to make money off of you. So with that being said, we never believe that mental illness is real. And I guess the whole thing is to try to change that whole concept, is that it is real. Something that's
it's real. I mean, and I also agree. As far as the pharmaceutical companies making money, because
they rob us,
and that's true. I honestly believe that. So that just takes us being aware of it. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being in denial of it, being aware of it, instead of just going straight to the doctor and bam, one visit, the doctor say, well, you got this or you need this and you need that.
Right.
And I'm talking from a mental illness aspect. If you see something is just not right with your loved one, you're the first one to notice it if you're observing like that. So if the doctor is telling you that, you already know, okay, I knew something was wrong. But, you know, if you haven't noticed it and the first thing the doctor want to do is put your son or daughter or your family member on meds and stuff, I mean, yeah, they unfortunately that's how it is as far as the pharmaceutical companies, you know, giving out medications and stuff.
Right. That's why there ain't no cure for nothing, because they want to make money off of medicating it. But you know, that's a whole nother conversation we have another time. All right, so moving right along, man, we're gonna stop talking about being crazy, and then we're gonna talk about something else that's crazy. We're gonna talk about something else that's crazy. We're gonna talk about single and married people, man. All right, so if you've been checking us out on Instagram or on Twitter, you gotta know what we're talking about this evening. All right, we're talking about being single, right? So we want to know, are you single until you're legally married? So what that means is, just because you got a boyfriend or a girlfriend, are you actually single because you're not married? So I want to know, hit us up, 760-283-4647, and hit that number 1 key if you're on eblockradio.com right now. But we're going to jump right off into it because we had those technical difficulties in the beginning, so we kind of jump right into it. So, CoCo J, are you single until you're legally married? And then after you answer that, we're going to dive in a little further and figure out exactly what that means to be single. So, CoCo J, what's happening?
You know, I pondered on this question. You know what? It's okay. So let me. I'm gonna say this. If you're dating and not in a relationship, then yes, you're still single. But if you're with someone and you two are like serious, the relationship is serious, y'all been dating. I mean, y'all been together as a couple, and you guys are taking steps of getting to that point of getting married, then no, you're not single. But if you're just out here dating, not just more than one person, then yes, you are single. I would say you're single because you're not looking to be married or to get married. Okay. So I would have to say, yeah, that's my answer on it. That's my answer. If you are with this person for and y'all serious in the relationship and y'all talking about marriage, y'all both know y'all want to get married, marry one another, and you guys are heading in that direction, then no, it's like I'm not single because you what does single mean? I mean, what is single? A single person is you are not having no one, or not being married, or having. So you know what? I'm gonna Google it. Okay. So,
I mean, because in the grand scheme of things, theoretically, single just means not married. Like, because it's not like on a job application it say single. It don't say single, divorced, or in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Single, divorced, in a relationship, or married, right? So it's not really an option. So
so you either not married or not having a serious romantic relationship with someone.
So it ain't no in between.
It don't look like it is, but I got it in between.
Right, and I think most people do. Now, I got a comment that I want to say about the topic, but we got some people on the line though, so we're gonna shoot to the phone lines real quick. If you're on eblockradio.com right now, make sure you hit us up, 760-283-4647. Hit that number 1 key, man. We want to know, are you single until you're legally married? So we're going to shoot to the phone lines real quick. I got 313-995. You on live. He say, she say. What's happening?
Hey, man. I was listening to your radio show, man. Was you the making fun of mental illness, man?
Man, get the fuck off my phone, man.
Don't never
What's up, bro?
Make fun of mental illness, man.
What's up, bro?
Make fun of mental illness. I was hurt by that, man. I was really hurt.
Man, comment on the topic.
Comment on the topic. What was the topic?
Yeah, come on.
30 minutes. Friend, he be in love, then be out of love, then he be back in love, then be out of love. Then I'm like, are you single or are you married? And he's like, man, I'm in love. And then I'd be confused because he didn't answer my question.
Man, if you don't answer this topic, bro.
I mean, I think, ultimately, if you're going to get married, you're going to obviously abide by the laws of the Bible. So the Bible says unless you're married, you're single. So if you're going to use the Bible, if you're going to use marriage as a unity, and that's basically created from what the Bible states, then yes, by all means, definition from what the Bible. Now, man has morphed it into what they want it to be. It's complicated. We own rocks right now. We own a break right now. Man has complicated it, but the Bible is clear and clear. Like, hey, it's marriage or you're not. You're married or you're single. You're single. I mean, if you put the effort there, working towards that, I mean, the end result is yes, married. But until then, you're single. You're courting each other. It's not, you're courting. Hopefully, you found someone that you're willing to invest all your courting time into, and she's willing to accept all the courting time you're trying to create for her, so y'all can build a bond. But ultimately, you're single, and you can like him we can be dating for 6 months or something serious for 6 months, and if you choose to leave, dude, my life will go on. But if you leave me and I'm married, we've been married for 6 years, that's more of a devastating recovery. So ultimately, you single until you're married. Because if you leave, your boyfriend or girlfriend leave after 6 years, 6 months or 6 years, and you got to rebuild, you were one initially in it. So it'll be a process. But when you married for 6 years, you become one. Two become one. It says it in the Bible. Two becomes one. Now I gotta replace all this mental stuff, physical stuff, financial stuff, spiritual stuff. That's a lot more. When somebody's not really involved entrenched in their relationship like that, is it easy to replace them? No. Love is difficult to get over. I'm not going to take the easy way from love, but let's be realistic. It takes longer to bounce back from a broken marriage than it is from a broken relationship.
Yeah, because it's more things invested, like money.
You're more invested,
like money, physical things. Yeah,
right. You're more invested. It's like the whole commitment versus obligation. Are you committed to the marriage, or are you obligated to the marriage? People say, well, everybody will cheat, but if you committed, you won't cheat. You committed to your diet, you'll lose weight. You know what I'm saying? Because my friend on Facebook showing how slim he out there, the CEO out there,
you a clown, bro.
Committed to, but you committed to, get slimmer. Are you obligated to? No. You'll work out here and if you wanted to, but if you committed to it, the results to show. You committed to the relationship, the end results are marriage. You committed to the marriage, the results are a 30, 20, 10, 20, 30-year marriage. Your grandkids and your kids will look at and say, I want to be like Grandpa.
Right. I dig that.
That's just my opinion.
That's what's up, man. Well, thanks for your call once you finally got to the topic.
Well, whatever, Slim. Whatever, Slim.
All right, bro. And shout out to my man, Corporate Cody, on the line, man. Always clowning. But yeah, definitely. So I guess in that aspect, like he equated it to the Bible. I wasn't gonna go to the Bible, but
that's true. Yeah. If you look at it from a biblical aspect like that, then because God made men. When a man finds a wife, or things of that nature. So when you get to that aspect, as far as the Bible, then there's some truth to it. So I can't disagree with that. So my question to you, I guess, is whoever is listening. So if you say you're single, you're in a relationship, and you're in a relationship, but because you're not married, you still consider yourself single. So does that give you the option to step out on whoever you with, or talk to whoever you want to talk with because you guys are not married?
I mean, well, first of all, the unfair thing about this conversation is that was my second part of the question that I had already asked you, and you never answered it. So, but
oh, you asked me that question?
Yes, I told you that. I told you that after you answered it, then I would then go deeper and ask you exactly what would that mean to be single and not be married.
Oh, I
said that, but obviously I see you trying to turn the gun on me and shit. So that's fine. That's fine. I'll answer it first. That's fine. So my thing is this. I think that the reference of single and married is only a determinant when you're talking about marriage. I think the single and in a relationship status is completely different from single and being married. What I mean by that is that when you look at being single and being married in that in that ideology, you're talking about. I mean, you're basically talking about the law. I mean, that's the way I look at it. Because when you put in marriage, basically that's paperwork. I mean, realistically. So
that's all it is.
I mean, when you look at it, it's marriage is what turns the union into a business. I mean, that's realistically what it is. Like because the things that you do when you're in a relationship, often not like the kids and the kind of in-home cultural things that you do. That's a little bit different. That's a whole different subject. But what I mean as far as the legal ties to things, that's what marriage does. It introduces the legal system into your union. I mean that's what it does. And I'm not saying that to say that it's a bad thing. I'm just stating the facts. That's what it is. Like you together. Let's just say you together. I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying, are you going to ever get to the question that I asked?
I mean, I answered that at the beginning though. I said that it's a difference because being the determinant of single and married in that context just means are you married or not. But the relationship aspect of being single and being in a relationship is two different conversations from single and married or single in a relationship. Those are two different conversations. Because if you say if you're unmarried and you're dating, right, or you're not dating, then you're obviously single as opposed to being in a relationship. You're not single as opposed to being married. Of course you're not married. You're not even dating nobody, right? So that's why this is two separate conversations.
But we're saying, but we're talking about if you're in a relationship and you two are not married but in a relationship, are you still considered to be single?
You're single in marital status, but you're not single in relationship status. So it's still two different things.
Okay.
You are single in marital status because in a marital status, either you're married or you're not.
Well,
right?
You can't put that in the same category because it's either married or divorced.
I said that 5 or 6 times. I said it is two separate conversations. I said that 5 or 6 times.
So I'm saying, of course, I'm saying, that's two totally different conversations because you can't put single. It's either in a marriage category. It's either you married or you divorced. If you ever been either one.
Or theoretically separated. I mean that's a legal term.
Separated. Oh, right, separated or a widow. So then if you're in a relationship, but you know how like on taxes they ask if you're married, divorced, widow, had a household, or single. What do most people? If you're not married, they're going to put what? Either head a household, or even if they're not. But if they're not head a household, they may be in a relationship, but they're not married.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. See, and what are you talking about right now? What did you just say?
Taxes.
Right. So again, we're back to the paperwork shit. Am I making this up? This is real life. This is real life. This is when. This is why I say marriage. This is no knock on marriage because I want to get married. But I'm just saying that's what it is. Marriage is the legal document of a relationship. That's exactly what. Why do you think that in other countries, like I was talking about, what's that? Coming to America, about the arranged marriages and shit like this. This is a legal network. Like that's what happens when you get married. it turns into a business. In order to break up the marriage, what you gotta do? You gotta go to court, right? You gotta dissolve the business. Same thing you gotta do when you're in a business relation. Like, this is exactly what it is. I mean,
okay.
And not to say that it's nothing bad about that. I'm just saying in biblical terms, you know what I'm saying, people was getting married by the high priest, and that was it. Like, it wasn't no law of the land that was going to make you give up, 15 of your gold pieces when y'all break up, or, whatever they had back in the Bible days.
Right. So, like, some people, and it's just another door to open about the topic, another conversation. So the people that is married, they act like they're single. So what's up with that? So
they act like they're single.
What they act like they're single. They do single things like they don't have a wife. So
that's because they got married under a situation where either they weren't ready to, or they thought that it was the right thing to do, so they did it.
So what's the difference between somebody that's not married but they're together and everything is good with them, though? Everything is going smooth, and no papers involved, no courts involved, or whatever. So what would, is it because it's not, because the Bible say it, that you have to do it this way? So is that what makes it so wrong?
No, society makes it so wrong. Women make it so wrong.
Women make it wrong?
Yeah, because a lot of dudes will probably be with their woman for 50 years and never get married. So women make it wrong. Women make it frowned upon.
What if that person? What if they both been married before, and they don't want to never ever get married again because they had a bad experience through whatever marriage they had previously? So they both decide that they don't want to get married. So it's not that they making it wrong. It's just an agreement that they have amongst one another, because they don't want that to happen anymore. They're fine how it is. But
right. I'm gonna give you a perfect example.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you a perfect example. You remember? You probably don't, because you didn't watch as much as I did. But all right, on Good Times, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who was it? It was Florida. It was Florida's dad. Yeah, Florida's old man and his woman. I don't think it was Florida's mama. I think it was Florida's old man and he had a woman. But they had been together for, 25, 30 years or something, right?
Wait a minute. You mean to tell me he cheated on her?
No. I'm saying, huh?
What? Good Time? You talking about
Good Time.
Cheated on her?
I said Florida. Florida's daddy. Florida's daddy. Yes,
I missed
Keep
that
up, cuz. Keep up. Yeah. So remember, Michael kept asking him how come they wasn't married. And the thing is that they had been together for so long, but it's funny, but it ain't funny. But they was getting some kind of Social Security benefits, right? And what it was that when they got married, it was the income would break down and they wouldn't get as much money, right? So like you said, just similar to what you just said, they made the choice to not get married, but they basically did everything like they was married. Now in that aspect, legally, paperwork-wise, yeah, you're single, right? But see, this is why this is two separate conversations. Because this conversation of single and married is only constituted in legal paperwork. That's the only place that is where it's constituted at. You feel what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying.
So you may be single logistically, but that doesn't mean that you about to go smash, Keisha around the corner because you writing single on the tax return box.
Not married.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's it's two different conversations.
And that's also, and I guess that depends on every relationship. Every relationship is different. That depends on the communication y'all have or whatever. Like you can, hey, we together. You ain't my husband, so hell, we gonna do what we do. Like I said, that's just a thought process of some people, not all. It's not definitely my thought process. Mm-hmm. Because if I'm with you, although we're not together. But I don't consider you being single, and I don't consider myself being single, because I am with someone. We're just not married as of yet. You know what I'm saying?
Right. In marital status. In the marital status, though, you are single.
Yeah, Yeah,
and then
I'm not married, so I guess that makes me I'm not married. And I'm not gonna say single. I'm just not married. Shit. I'm in a relationship, but I ain't married.
Like I said, legally, that's why this is two separate conversations, because legally there is no interrelationship box on tax returns.
So I'm gonna read these two. Someone responded to our invite. When we posted the topic, rather.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say no names, but it's one of the ladies said, absolutely, you are single until you are married. No matter how many years you have been with someone, period, you're single.
Okay.
Then another one said, nope. So she's saying no, that are you single until you're legally married? She said no. She said, I was married 29 years in my heart and legally for 10 days. And she said 10 days because her loved one passed.
Okay.
But she said we were true to each other throughout the 29 years.
Right.
So, sometimes you don't need papers to be involved. If that's what your relationship is, that's what your relationship is. Like you said, you're single in an aspect because you're not married. Okay, but
right.
If you're with someone, single to me is you don't have anyone. If you're just out dating different people, you're single. You don't have a commitment to anyone out there. So that's what I look into being when it says single. Now, if I'm in a relationship with someone, I've been in a relationship for.
No.
I'm in a relationship. I'm not single. I have a man.
Who is ever actually completely single? Like, even people who just dating, who's ever actually completely single? Because even if you're entertaining the idea, then that means you're dating, right? So like, who's actually ever completely single? Like, you just not interacting with nobody? Like, how do you become completely single? Because if you're dating, you're dating. You're still really not single.
When you're dating different guys or different women, there's no commitment to nobody. You're just dating.
There's some commitment, because in order to go on a date, you have to commit your time.
No, I'm saying commitment to one person is what I'm saying. That you don't have.
So because there's commitments to several people, it means that you're single.
You're single. You're single, and you have a choice on who the hell you want to commit your time to and all that to.
So you don't have a choice if you're in a relationship.
I'm saying.
Is that what you're saying? Okay, I got you.
Whatever. Don't twist it. Don't get it twisted.
So you don't have a choice.
Once
you're in there, that's it.
When you commit to someone, that's what the hell the problem is too. People eliminate damn commitment, and they have commitment issues and shit. But it is what it is. But when you're not committed to someone, either that's your woman or your boyfriend or your husband or your wife, then I believe that is considered being single, because you don't have. You're not, even in a relationship, you're obligated in some type of way, especially if you two are talking about moving forth into marriage. You're obligated, that both of the individuals in that relationship are obligated to show that person that they can be, that they're this man or woman that wants to become their wife or husband. They're obligated to continue to show that love. So it's some type of obligation, even in a relationship, that you're. Although it's not marriage, you're still obligated in that relationship if y'all are stepping into the direction of getting married.
Right.
But when you're not, and you're just dating, and you just testing the waters, so, trying to figure out some stuff, trying to figure out who you are, trying to figure out who's good for you, who ain't good for you, you're single. Right. Because you're not committed to one person. But when you're committed to one person and y'all trying to move forward or moving forward, then you're not single.
Then you're not single.
That's just my take on it.
See, that makes complete sense. And like I said, once you look into the terms of marriage and single, though, like I said, to me, that is just in the case of legal paperwork. I mean that's just the bottom line of that.
You keep saying it's legal paperwork.
That's what it is.
But that's not what all marriage is about. It's just legal paperwork. Marriage, from what I understand, is hard work. Hell, being a committed relationship is hard work.
Thank you. Say that again. You just said it. You just said it. Thank you.
If the next step is marriage, you know what I'm saying? It only can become hard work in a relationship if you know y'all two are on the same page, knowing that this is going to be a marriage out this relationship. So of course you're going to put all your effort into it because this is the person you know you're going to marry soon.
Right.
Or want to marry eventually, you know what I'm saying? But if it ain't, then you're not going to put all that effort in it, and so it's. I mean, like I said, it boils down to all depending on that situation, that relationship, and that situation, how often y'all communicate about it or whatever.
And just the perception though. And the only reason I say that is because. I know you mentioned it several times about how hard you working to make things work or whatever, but the reality of it is that some people that's in a relationship, I guess, who not married, some of those individuals work harder in that stage than they do when they married. It's almost like being married was easier, cheaper to keep her. You know what I'm saying? Like
wow.
For real, like real life though.
I'm not gonna say all that.
Yeah. This is the same conversation. This is the same conversation I always have about co-parenting. It's because a lot of fathers who live in the house got it easier than fathers that don't live there. Like for real. Like this real. This really happens. Sure. So I think that's the same kind of situation. Sometimes people in relationships work harder than they do when they're married.
Yeah, and that's why that's what you just said. That takes me back to what I just asked. The question that I just asked not too long ago, as far as when you are married. I mean, people they act single when they married. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what the hell is the difference? And I brought that up because there are some marriages to where versus just somebody being in a relationship. And who winning? The people in a relationship versus the people being married. I mean, they're not committed to their marriage like they should be, and there's some people that's not committed to their relationship. So, but unfortunately, so often there's people that's not really being committed to their marriage because they just want to say I'm married instead of just doing what you need to do to keep that marriage going.
Yeah, so, and because it's a business. I'm just saying. Wait. I'm just saying. Why you think the what was the name of the show? The Housewives. What was it? Desperate Housewives. Why you think they was all fucking the pool boy? They wasn't leaving their husband though, because it was a business. Like the husband away on business, making all the money, so they just go keep screwing the pool boy and shit. That's because that's the type of shit that was happening. Because the marriage was really just a business. It was the safe haven. It was a safety point.
I don't want that kind of business then, because I would never be okay with that. Just because we married and I'm supposed to be okay with somebody. I mean, my husband screwing somebody else, but because this is a business. No, you can have that business, baby.
But you're aware that happens.
But
though.
It's more. But my point is, marriage is just not about a business. Okay, and if you wanna refer your marriage to as a business, okay, that's fine. But what you got to do to keep that fucking business up and running good, keeping the customer satisfied and all that good shit. You got to
call it Better Business Bureau.
You know what? I can't. I'm not even gonna be proud of you.
No, man. It's about that time to get out of here. I want to thank everybody who checked us out on eblockradio.com, man. Everybody who called in today, everybody who called back after we had technical difficulties, man. Shout out to my man Corporate Cody for his input earlier on. And again, shout out to our partners over at www.NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Make sure you check out the replay on Wednesday at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, so that's 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, so check us out there. But on that Better Business Bureau note, man, we go slide up out of here into the weekend, you feel me? But anything else you wanted to add to the end before we drop out of here?
You know what? That's about all what I have to say. I do want to say that it's something that's going on this weekend. Franklin Athletics Club in Southfield, they're having a party expo.
That's this week. Okay.
Yeah, it's Sunday the 18th, and they're going to have a lot of vendors out there if you're trying to plan a party, and they can just kind of put you in the right direction of doing so. So they're going to have all kinds of different vendors out there, and also things if you want to bring your kids, they're going to have face painting, bouncies, and all of that, and then it's free. So, like I said, it's at Athletic Franklin Club in Southfield. Google it because I'm not sure the address, but it's this Sunday from 1 to 3:30.
Okay.
Other than that, I want to just say thank you for listening and have a safe and blessed weekend.
For sure, man. Have a blessed weekend. Safe. We're going to emphasize that 3 times. Safe. We out here, man, your boy, the Hood, Howard Stern, Q Lewis, holding it down from the D to the other D in the Rocky Mountains. And CoCo J not going to say her name, so it's fine.
Yeah.
I'll say it for her.
Peace out, y'all. CoCo J. Peace.
Peace out.